Are you able to solve this problem inside your head? I guess not. We have a limit of r going towards 0, but if I plug in the value of 0, my denominator is going to be 0, which I'm not allowed to. So now I have to find out some way, or I have to do something to fix that. I don't know right now, but let's see what we can do. So we have a limit of r going towards 0. What do I do here? What I can do? I can do an operation between these two fractions, right? So now I get a common denominator by multiplying these two denominators. R plus 3 times 3. So whenever you choose a common denominator by multiplying two denominators, what will happen? I'm going to show you a shortcut. The shortcut is you can just plug in this value here, or multiply this value here, and multiply this denominator here. So fortunately, all our numerators are 1. We just plug in the values. So 3 times 1 is 3, and negative r plus 3 times 1 is r plus 3. R plus 3, right? And we have r on denominator. So now, my limit of r going towards 0 is basically now what I can do is I can multiply this this negative inside the parentheses. So r plus 3 times 3 here. So when I multiply that, it's going to be negative r, negative 3, right? R. So my limit of r going towards 0 is, so positive 3 and minus 3, they're going to be 0. I just don't write them. And my r plus 3 is here. I don't want to multiply this because it might cancel out later. I don't know. Negative r, and I have r here. So now what I have is a compound fraction. So when you have a compound fraction, there are multiple ways to solve that. But what do I do? A shortcut that I use all the time is basically far, and close. What do I mean by that is you take the furthest number and multiply it to the furthest number. And you take the closest and you multiply it by closest. So what you get is limit of the same thing. And now this negative r times 1 is negative r. But now r times r plus 3 times 3. I don't want to multiply it. I just write them down. Maybe they just cancel out. Let's see. R times r plus 3 times 3, right? And now, yes, they cancel out. This r cancel out with this r. And what do I get is negative 1 over r plus 3 times 3, right? So the value I get for r is 0. So now I'm going to plug in the value and see what will happen. So when I plug in the value, negative 1 over 0 plus 3 times 3. So negative 1 here, 0 plus 3 is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So my final answer is negative 1 over 9.